Multan Sultans vs Islamabad United, 7th match highlights. Islamabad United have won the toss and have opted to field. Masood and Rizwan are at the crease. Masood is on strike. Ruiz will open the attack. 0.5. Ruiz to Masood. Out caught by Tom Curran, short ball, outside off. Masood throws his bat at it and edges it to the man at short third. Got the room but failed to get enough bat on it, despite trying to flay it away on the offside. Huge wicket and a great start for the United team. 2.2. Fahim Ashraf to Rizwan, 4, another drop. 3.4. Abrar Ahmed to Rizwan, 6, and that's a sixer. Dances down, creates room and slams it down the ground for a huge 6. 4.1. Muhammad Wasim Jr. to Rizwan, 4, uses the pace outside off and guides it between short third and point for a 4. 4.2. Muhammad Wasim Jr. to Rizwan, 4, slashes one outside off and sends it to deep point for a 4. 4.6. Muhammad Wasim Jr. to Raso, 6, length delivery outside off. 5.4. Ruiz to Rizwan, 4, short ball. Rizwan gets on top of the bounce and pulls the ball down to deep square for a 4. 6.1. Shadab Khan to Raso, 6, drops back and slams the pull over deep mid for a sixer. 6.3. Shadab Khan to Rizwan, 4, short again, drag down again, pulled down to deep mid for a 4. 7.1. Tom Curran to Raso, 4, short ball. 9.2. Fahim Ashraf to Raso, 4, and almost beheads his partner at the other end, as Rizwan ducked down in time, found a short. 11.4. Tom Curran to Raso, out caught by Van der Dussen, length delivery, outside off. Raso drags it across the line, and that's a good catch in the deep. That was swung across the line but found the fielder. Good take at the fence. 12.3. Shadab Khan to Rizwan, out LBW, fuller ball, misreads the length and has been trapped LBW. He didn't review it either. That was very full and Rizwan knew he had made an error in judgment. That looked dead and Rizwan made the quiet walk back. 14.1. Shadab Khan to Miller, 6, tossed up delivery, outside off. Miller slams that down the ground for a sixer. 14.2. Shadab Khan to Miller, 6, goes inside out and sends it over cover. He is on song now. What a hit. 14.3. Shadab Khan to Miller, 6, the killer Miller show is on. Fuller, wider, goes flat over wide long off. 14.6. Shadab Khan to Miller, 4, whips the ball away and sends it wide of long on for a 4. 15.6. Tom Curran to Miller, 4, clips one fine as that was sliding down on the pads and 4 more. 16.1. Ruiz to Pollard, 6, fuller ball and clubbered down the ground for a sixer. Was in the slot and put away with power. 16.2. Ruiz to Pollard, 4, throws his bat at a wide one outside off and gets it off the thick edge for a 4. 17.2. Muhammad Wasim Jr. to Miller, 4, crunchy ed. Fuller ball, outside off. Miller drills that with his powerful bottom hand and sends it down the ground for a 4. 17.3. Muhammad Wasim Jr. to Miller, 6, bang. 6 more. He moves to 46 off 19 balls. 19.1. Muhammad Wasim Jr. to Miller, out caught by Fahim Ashraf, slice to the man at deep point. Was a fuller ball, outside off. Miller threw the kitchen sink at it and ended up finding the man at deep point. Was a wide ball outside off and Miller went for it but handed a catch to the fielder. 19.4. Muhammad Wasim Jr. to Pollard, 4, heaves it away behind square for a 4. 19.5. Muhammad Wasim Jr. to Pollard, 4, and that's a deft touch from the giant. 19.6. Muhammad Wasim Jr. to Pollard, 4, low full toss. Multan's powerful batting line-up has once again come good. They would want it a bit more, but their batters did have a decent time in the middle. Rizwan and Miller got a 50. Raso looked threatening, and Pollard finished it off for Multan. Abrar was the only United bowler who could keep a lid on the scoring rate, but everyone else disappeared for plenty of runs. Sterling and Hassan Nawaz are at the crease. Sterling is on strike. Kushtal will open the attack. 0.6. Kushtal to Sterling, 4, quicker and fuller. Sterling looks to sweep and gets a faint bottom edge to survive the LBW. 1.6. Muhammad Ilyas to Sterling, out caught by Miller, hit very hard but straight to mid-off. Sterling is livid with himself. He picked the slower ball early. It was in the slot and he absolutely belted this, but only to find Miller at the edge of the ring. The seasoned South African holds onto the catch and this is a big early breakthrough for Multan. 2.1. Kushtal to Hassan Nawaz, 4, shot. Much needed release shot from Nawaz. 2.2. Kushtal to Hassan Nawaz, 6, this is excellent batting. Nawaz knows this will be bowled much slower. 2.4. Kushtal to Hassan Nawaz, 4, he is toying with the field here. Mid-on is up, so that's where Nawaz goes. 3.1. Muhammad Ilyas to Van der Dussen, 4, deft from Van der Dussen. 3.6. Muhammad Ilyas to Hassan Nawaz, out caught by Usama Mir, excellent catch in the deep. Mir the fielder at deep backward square leg, and this was dipping on him as he moved forward. Took it well tumbling forward. Great work. Equally brilliant bowling from Ilyas, knew the youngster was going to charge him and went for the pace on short ball, forcing Nawaz to pull on the move, and he could only get a big top edge. Multan have begun with a bang here. 4.4. Brathwaite to Monroe, 6, mishit, but just enough to clear the rope. Monroe was setting himself for the big heave and didn't back up. 4.6. Brathwaite to Van der Dussen, 4, wrong line, and Van der Dussen puts it away. 5.2. Isanullah to Van der Dussen, 6, what a shot. 8.3. Usama Mir to Monroe, 4, smashed. Shorter and wider. This time Monroe isn't to miss out as he goes much in front of square through the offside. 8.4. Usama Mir to Monroe, 6, proper cricketing smarts. Monroe knows the length will be fuller now, so he sets himself up and launches this downtown. 10.2. Usama Mir to Monroe, out caught by Rizwan, what a massive breakthrough. These two were batting so well, and Mir does what he has done in the earlier games, break the partnership. Excellent googly, drifting away from around middle and off, and then turning sharply to find the edge. Monroe was a bit tentative at this and got a healthy edge. Excellent catch from Rizwan, as these aren't easy at all. Made it look very routine. Multan are right back in this now. 10.6. Usama Mir to Shadab Khan, out caught by Kushtal, double strike from Mir. He now has the Islamabad skipper in the same over. Flattish drag down. Wider line, and Shadab wanted to pepper the short leg side boundary, but got done by the skid off the pitch. Mistimes the pull and still almost had it in him to clear the boundary. Caught right on the edge by Kushtal, who seems to have recovered well from his earlier collision. That's good to see. Islamabad in trouble now. 12.2. Usama Mir to Azam Khan, 4, nice shot. Short and wide. 12.5. Usama Mir to Azam Khan, 6, chance, but 6. Half-tracker and Azam goes for it, pulling aerially over deep mid-wicket. 14.2. Abaz Afridi to Azam Khan, out-bowled Afridi with a massive strike. Azam premeditates his favorite paddle scoop, but the young pacer is equal to the task, nails the leg stump yorker to perfection, and Azam fails to connect, thereby hearing the rattle of timber behind him. 15.2. Brathwaite to Van der Dussen, 4, slower and shorter. Van der Dussen walks across early and pulls it backward of square. 15.5. Brathwaite to Van der Dussen, 4, drilled. Brathwaite dishes out a slot ball and Van der Dussen dismisses it away. 16.1. Abaz Afridi to Van der Dussen, 4. 16.2. Abaz Afridi to Van der Dussen, out caught by Kushtal, big miscue, and it's taken at deep backward square leg. Leg cutter from Afridi, gets extra bounce, and that's what deceives Van der Dussen on the slog sweep. Top edge, and it's pouched safely near the rope. This is one of Islamabad's final hopes going back in the hut. Fahim Ashraf is there and Tom Curran is also left, but it had to be Van der Dussen at one end for the visitors to have a solid chance. 16.4. Abaz Afridi to Fahim Ashraf, out CAUGHT and bowled another one, bites the dust. All falling apart now for Islamabad. Afridi has his second of the over, off cutter into the pitch, angling in, and Fahim goes across the line with a half-hearted slog only to skew it straight up on the leg side. Afridi calls for it himself and covers a great diving catch moving forward. There was a check for the front foot no ball, and also to see if Afridi had held onto the ball cleanly till the very end. It's a tick to both, and Multan march closer towards the win. 16.5. Abaz Afridi to Muhammad Wasim Jr., out caught by Rizwan. Afridi is on a hat-trick now. This is such a weird dismissal. Short ball to begin with, Muhammad Wasim Jr. goes for the pull, and it pops up towards Rizwan, who takes the catch. Initial feeling was that it came off the shoulder and not bat glove. Rizwan appeals belatedly, so does Afridi, and the umpire nods, as if to say, do I even need to give this out to be out? Funny part was that Muhammad Wasim Jr. was already walking off. 17.4. Isanullah to Tom Curran, out caught by Rizwan. A snorter from Isanullah and a proper blinder from Rizwan. 17.5. Isanullah to Abrar Ahmed, out bowled. Isanullah has 2 in 2 to wrap up a big win for Multan. Abrar was probably expecting another bumper, but Isanullah goes for the pacey yorker, attacking the stumps, and Abrar backed away early, thereby giving himself little chance of keeping this out. Done for pace and boom bowled. A clinical win for Multan. After posting an above par total, they didn't rest on their laurels and put on a disciplined bowling performance that was also backed up by some stunning fielding catching. Monroe and Van der Dussen did keep the visitors in the game with their partnership, and Azam also played some brave shots, but the hosts always seemed to be in front throughout. Needless to say, Mir's double strike when he removed Monroe and Shadab in the same over is what properly broke the game open, and Multan didn't put a foot wrong after that. Isanullah was fiery yet again, despite not getting wickets early on, and his pace did unsettle the batters. The star was Afridi though and inspired inclusion, and he picked up a 4-for with some clever change-ups. Islamabad were a bit too patchy with both bat and ball and felt well short in the end. Azam's dismissal sparked a proper collapse as the visitors lost their last 6 wickets for just 25 runs.